Open-mindedness. Critical thinking is a process that encourages inquisitiveness and a willingness to explore new ideas, even those that seem improbable. Open-mindedness is challenging, but essential for personal and professional development. Self-regulation, allowing for a pause between emotions and actions, is crucial. Recognizing and challenging personal prejudices can lead to comprehensive knowledge. Open-mindedness allows for the discovery of new aspects of oneself and provides new perspectives on the world. It also leads to healthier, more energetic individuals and improved abilities. Closed-minded individuals tend to be more negative, as open-minded individuals can motivate a positive outlook and look forward to a brighter future. Observation. Observation, of course, refers to your ability to notice and process the details around you. Critical thinking requires flexibility and a willingness to look beyond surface-level information, which solid observation skills allow. Your observations assist you in identifying evidence from a number of sources and experiences, all of which contribute to a final conclusion. After all, sometimes the smallest realization leads you to the most powerful conclusion. Research. Objectivity is important to critical thinking. To be objective, you must base your judgments on facts gathered through research. You will use your research abilities to obtain as much pertinent information as possible about your problem or scenario. Keep in mind that it's not just about the quantity of information. Quality also counts. You want to gather data and facts from several reliable sources in order to go under the surface and have a better grasp of what's happening. Analysis. The critical thinking process is similar to a treasure hunt. You'll discover certain pieces of valuable information that are crucial to your final conclusion, while others may be entertaining but irrelevant to the topic at hand. That is why you want analytical skills. They assist you in separating the wheat from the chaff, prioritizing information, identifying trends or themes, and drawing conclusions based on the most relevant and influential data. It's easy to confuse analytical thinking with critical thinking, although the two do have a lot of similarities. However, analytical thinking is simply one aspect of critical thinking. It focuses solely on facts and data, whereas critical thinking considers emotions, opinions, and experiences. Inference. One of the problems of critical thinking is that it's tempting to believe you're never done. There is always more knowledge to gather and more rabbit holes to fall into. But at some point, you must recognize that you have completed your due diligence and make a decision on how to proceed. This is where inference comes in. It is your ability to consider the evidence and facts available to you and reach a well-informed conclusion based on them. When you're so focused on remaining objective and exploring all options, inference can feel like the opposite of critical thinking. Finally, your inference skills enable you to move beyond the process of thinking and into action. Communication. If and when you find a solution or answer, don't keep it a secret. You will need to use your communication skills to share your results with the appropriate stakeholders, such as your employer, team members, or anybody else who needs to be included in the next steps. Your analytical skills will also come in helpful here, as they will help you assess what facts other people need to know, so you don't bog them down with unnecessary information. Problem solving. Critical thinking and problem solving are two more concepts that are commonly confused. After all, when you analyze critically, you frequently do it intending to address a problem. The easiest way to understand the differences between problem solving and critical thinking is to consider problem solving to be significantly more narrow. You're focused on finding a solution. In contrast, critical thinking can be used for a variety of purposes other than problem solving, such as answering questions or identifying areas for growth. Nonetheless, when it comes time to act, you will put your problem-solving skills to the test as part of the critical thinking process. Evaluation. Evaluation skills are an important aspect of any student's education and are required for success in the modern world. Critical thinking and problem-solving require assessment abilities, which range from judging the quality of evidence to analyzing the validity of an argument. It entails honing one's ability to ask the proper questions, observe carefully, think objectively, and reach correct conclusions. To improve these skills, it is necessary to practice analyzing information from many sources and drawing appropriate conclusions. Explanation. As children, we were all asked to justify ourselves. Tell me why you hit your brother. Explain Newton's third law of motion. Tell me how you did this. However, while explanation is a skill that is very simple to see, it is also one of the most difficult to quantify. Every day in class, we witness examples of the skills of explanation. Explanation is a term used in a variety of contexts, both inside and outside the classroom. We describe how to make or accomplish something, how we solved a problem or arrived at an answer, and or what the outcomes of a test or process were. Explanation goes beyond basic explanation. The main point is to focus on why things happen. An explanation is commonly viewed as an attempt to determine the cause of something. Self-regulation. Self-regulation is an essential skill that enables us to manage our emotions, thoughts, and behavior. It regulates disruptive emotions and impulses, encourages contemplation before acting, and promotes long-term goals. Developing and practicing self-regulation can help us live a more balanced life, make better decisions, and achieve our objectives. Self-regulation is critical for success in many areas of life. It helps us maintain good relationships, manage stress, and achieve our goals. It also enables us to make better decisions and avoid rash behaviors that could have harmful repercussions. Deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is a method of reasoning that starts with the assertion of a general rule and proceeds to a guaranteed specific conclusion. It is based on the fact that if the original assertions are true, then the conclusion must also be true. Deductive reasoning can be expressed in various ways, such as in a syllogism, where the first two statements lead logically to the third statement, the conclusion. A conclusion is either sound, true, or unsound, false, depending on the truth of the original premises. The deductive inference itself is either valid or invalid, regardless of the truth or falsity of the premises. Inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is a sort of logical thinking in which you make generalizations based on particular events, observations, or facts that you know are true or false. It is an analytical soft skill that employers seek in their employees, as it allows them to discern patterns and develop strategies, policies, or proposals based on those patterns. Inductive reasoning works by making observations to reach a conclusion, making predictions and generalizations. It may not always be true, but it should be reasonable based on evidence. Inductive reasoning is essential for scientists, law enforcement, military, and corporate leaders, as it allows individuals to accurately see the signs of something bigger at play. Cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility, a skill that allows us to adapt behavior and switch between concepts to achieve goals in a novel or changing environment, is a key factor in achieving great achievements. It involves learning to learn and being flexible about the way we learn, including changing strategies for optimal decision-making. Research is ongoing to determine how people can best boost their cognitive flexibility. Imagine you are a manager at a tech startup dealing with a sudden change in consumer demand. Although your team has been working on the project for months, new information indicates that the initial idea might not have the desired effect on customers. Instead of sticking to the initial plan, you display cognitive flexibility by immediately reassessing the situation, obtaining feedback from clients and team members, and pivoting the project's path to match the shifting market needs. This ability to adapt and switch gears not only preserves the project, but also accelerates it to succeed in a continuously and rapidly changing industry. Information literacy. Information literacy is the capacity to gather, analyze, organize, and communicate information in various formats, particularly in decision-making, problem-solving, and knowledge acquisition. It involves research, critical thinking, computer technology, and communication skills. It is crucial for academic success, workplace efficiency, and societal participation. It involves understanding how new information is generated and communicated, effectively locating and evaluating information sources, and assessing the usefulness, quality, and extent of information for decision-making. Metacognitive skills. Metacognition is a high-order thinking skill that is emerging in classrooms worldwide, particularly as online classrooms expand into homes. Metacognition is the practice of being aware of one's own thinking, or thinking about thinking. It helps children think better, make sound decisions, and solve problems more effectively. Metacognitive skills provide a basis for broader psychological self-awareness, including how children gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. They provide simple ways teachers and parents can strengthen children's abilities to use these higher-order thinking skills.